Hey everyone, it's Cam here from First Brick Property Buyers Agency. I just thought I'd do a little recap on a conversation I had on Saturday. We did on Instagram Live with Jared from Efficient Property Solutions. Me and Jared, we spoke about the changes occurring in Queensland regarding the tenants and landlords and all the changes happening there. Jared is a property manager in Brisbane, one of the best property managers there are in the area, and he shared his expertise with us regarding what was happening. It was an Instagram live video, so it did go away after 24 hours. So I thought I'd just do a quick summary here for anyone that missed it. So what I'll do is I'll go through the initial proposal and talk about what the revised proposal. So for anyone not aware, there was an initial proposal in Queensland that was set out regarding the changes that are going to happen for tenants and landlords due to COVID-19. And then a lot of pressure was put on the housing minister in Brisbane and the premier from landlords all across Queensland. And then Friday night, the housing minister of Queensland came out and revised those decisions that were initially made. So the first initial proposal that was made was a permanent rent waiver, right, for tenants. So what that meant was any reduction in rent to help the tenants would become the new rent, and any lost rent would not be paid later. So if someone was initially paying $500 a week, and then they were suffering financial hardship due to COVID-19, and that was reduced to 250 weeks, so by half, the 250 that was missing would not be paid later. It would just be lost. So after they revised that proposal and rather than not being paid, it became rent will no longer be waived in Queensland. It will be required to negotiate between both parties, and then the reduced rent is then deferred. So you will make, if there is a deferral, if there was a reduction in the rent payment, that will be paid at a later date after, I guess, everything goes back to normal, or the person's financial impacts are gone. The next thing that was initially proposed was no proof of financial hardship due to COVID-19 is necessary to qualify for protection measures. Doesn't seem like a very smart decision there. And then the revised proposal was tenants will be required to prove and show their financial impact from COVID-19. That's just a bit of common sense, that you have to prove that you are financially impacted due to COVID. Obviously, the way it was initially proposed, there was leaving a lot of room for tenants to, play the game, and even if they weren't impacted, get away with not paying rent and whatnot. Not that we're suggesting tenants will do this. It's just that closing that option down to make sure that no one does that. The next initial proposal was the tenancy agreement will immediately extend by 6 months if it expires during the 6-month freeze on evictions. And then the revised proposal, the no eviction moratorium will still be in place for those financially affected by COVID-19 for 6 months. So not much change there, besides the fact that you still have to prove that you are financially affected by COVID, and if you are, you won't be able to be evicted within those 6 months, and you get an extension on your lease. The next initial proposal was tenants can refuse entry for anything other than emergency repairs. After the revised proposal, it is now tenants will need to allow access for compliance, maintenance and access for sales, but with tight perimeters. Routine inspections will be able to occur virtually, and the tenant must participate to allow this to occur. So this is a bit of an interesting one. If I'm the tenant and I've got issues and I need maintenance work, I would want people to come in to fix that up for me. The routine inspections, they say the tenant must participate. How much they will participate and so on, it's a bit of a grey area, but at least there is some rule around tenants having to comply to allow for routine inspections. And the last major one was tenants can break a lease with only 7 days notice, and that was just really broad, and it didn't seem fair to landlords at all. So the revised proposal was only tenants that are severely financially affected will have the option to break the lease with only 7 days notice. And severely financially affected is defined as having lost 75% of their income due to COVID-19. So as you can see, the new package, the new revised proposal is much fairer for both tenants and landlords, which is what everyone was campaigning for. So REIQ had the Everyone Matters campaign. All the landlords pretty much sent an email to the housing minister, and very quickly they had revised their proposal. So look, it's not an easy job. I wouldn't want to have that job at the moment, and mistakes were made. But the good thing is they had rectified that and they listened to the people, and it's a much fairer package at the moment. So hopefully everyone can get through this. Big thank you to Efficient Property Solutions and Jared from Efficient, property managers up in Queensland. As I mentioned at the start of the video, probably the best property managers in Queensland. I use them myself personally, and I couldn't recommend them more. Like, fantastic guys. So I'll leave their details in the comments section or in the summary. So if anyone needs to contact them, they can just let them know that you got your details of us, so they can take care of you. A few points. The live video we did on Saturday was great. We had a lot of interaction through the comments, people asking questions and stuff, so which I didn't go through today. So it was a lot of interaction, and it was great to do it with Jared. We are planning to do a lot more of these, so watch out for our stories and our posts. We'll be letting you know a couple days or a week in advance when those live videos will occur, and they are live, so you get your chance to throw in your question and we'll try and answer them then and there. So if you have any ideas or any topics you'd like suggested that we can do these videos on, feel free to let us know in the comment section. Thanks guys.